Minasan konnichiwa. Good day, everyone. My name is Nadzrul Anuar bin Khalid. I'm from Ministry of Agriculture and Food Industry, MAFI. Today, I would like to present my previous research in Japan titled Community Participation in Organizing Keitoraichi or Light Truck Market and Effects to its Members and to the Town Center Shops. This is the case study of Shizukuishi Town, Iwate Prefecture in Japan. So this is my presentation outline. So what are the main regional and rural issues in Japan? Japan is facing such structural problems as aging population, widening economic gap between the rich regions and the poor regions, worsening government finances. So community development is highly called for initial steps for Japanese economy and society to be reconstructed and revitalized. Regional decline in Japan is linked to demographic change such as aging population, outmigration of youth, and rapid population decline, which lead to economic shrinkage in rural areas. Japan Policy Council projected 896 vanishing municipalities, which is almost 50% of all municipalities, mostly in Tohoku region, which is the region of my study area, and also in Kyushu in the future due to the outmigration and declining birth rate. With concentration of population in bigger cities, many shrinking cities and towns, leading to vacancies of houses and shops in the rural towns. So shutter shopping streets, a phenomenon where many shops are closed, not in business, has been prominent in rural areas as population decline in the rural area. So this is my research area, Shizukuishi Town in Iwate Prefecture, Japan. So it is located 550 kilometers north of Tokyo and also 17 kilometers west of Morioka City, which is the capital of Iwate Prefecture. And at the bottom is the Shizukuishi Town map. So the Keitoraichi venue is at the center of the town, which is at the Yoshare Dori Shotengai streets, which stretch 500 meters in the city center. So what are the issues faced by Shizukuishi Town? One of them is the population. In 2020, the population was around 16,000 people, and this will decrease to less than 10,000 people by 2045. Secondly, is the aging society. In 2020, the aging society, which is the age of people above 65 years old, was 30%, and this will increase to 50% by 2045. And also the outmigration rates. From 2006, the outmigration rate have been always more than the immigration rate. So this has led to declining businesses. The number of shops and revenues have been dropped to more than 50%, and also this will lead to vanishing municipals, which was mentioned by Kato in 2014. So if you compare the depopulation and aging population situation in Japan to Shizukuishi Town, so in Japan at the left you can see that the aging population is going to be around 1/3 of Japan population. Currently, the Japan population is around 126 million people, and this will decrease to only 106 million people by 2045. But if you look at the Shizukuishi population, currently we have around 15,000 residents. This will decrease to less than 10,000 by 2045, with the age above 65 years old will reach to 50% of the population. So this is quite a severe problems in Shizukuishi Town. So what are the measures taken by Shizukuishi community to develop and to revitalize their own town? So they initiated the Shizukuishi Keitoraichi. What is a Keitoraichi? Keitoraichi is an open market concept that uses K-truck or small truck, which is available by all farmers across Japan. So they use this as sale booth, which is lined along the street, and it is originated in Shizukuishi since 2005 until now, and it is organized by Keitoraichi Jikko Inkai, or the Keitoraichi Organizing Committee. From now on, I will call KOC, through community participation. So this market is held once a month from May to November, because in the winter the town is covered by snow. And the strategy is to bustle and reactivate the Yoshare Dori Shotengai streets, which is under the Town Center Revitalization Act. So this concept of Keitoraichi has spread to 91 locations in other towns across Japan, from Hokkaido to Okinawa. So they all imitated this concept. So the policy related to Keitoraichi is related to Machizukuri Sampo, or the 3 laws of town and community development. So under the Town Center Revitalization Act, there's Yosharidori Community Development Promotion Council. So they develop the town center activation plan, and under the town commerce, where they have the town management organization, TMO, Chambers of Commerce. This member of Chambers of Commerce have suggested that the town to have such kind of market to bustle the town. So they organized the Keitoraichi, and also with the assistance of the non-profit organization, NPO, and also the Machi Okoshi Center, which is the center of development of the town. So the research objective, number one, is to evaluate the participation of the committee members of KOC. Secondly, is to evaluate the effects of the participation of these committee members. And also, for the third one, is to evaluate the effects of Keitoraichi to the Yosharidori Shotengai shops, which also participate during the events. So this is the importance of participation in community-based organization. So it is said that community-based organization can solve many social problems in the community. And also, community development also contributes to success in economic development, and also it can improve the economy. And the purpose of economic development is to mobilize these assets from the community development to benefit the community. So this is the literature review of Keitoraichi from my friend Shimo Kurosawa in 2012. So he found out that in Shizukushi Keitoraichi, the elder people come to the local market to find local fresh produce, while the youngsters, they come to the market to socialize with their friends. So the participating vendors of the K-truck, they use this market to promote their products and also to interact with the local people, to obtain some feedback from the local people. So these interactions have created the bustle atmosphere of the town, and also the visitors coming to other Keitoraichi, for example, for Shinshiro Keitoraichi in Aichi Prefecture, if you know, it's near to Nagoya. So it's also the same as Shizukushi Keitoraichi. If you can see that the visitors to Shizukushi Keitoraichi is in the increasing trend until 2020, where 2 events were cancelled because of the pandemic. So the events were later resumed, and now it's gaining back its popular in the coming years. So however, it is still unknown how KOC members can benefit through the community participation, and how the Keitoraichi give effects to the Yosharidori Shotengai shops. So this is my research framework. I would like to fill in the gaps of the research by Shimo Kurosawa, where he studied the K-truck vendors and also the visitors and the interaction that leads to bustle the town center. This time I will be focusing more on the organizing committee and the roles of the municipal and the local organization in organizing this. How do they organize, they promote, and they facilitate this market? And also from this market, how can this market give positive effects or negative effect to the shops of Yosharidori Shotengai? So my research methodology and research limitation of research. The methodology is by distributing questionnaires, targeted survey questionnaires in Japanese language, which was certified by Research Ethics Committee of the university. First, I distributed to the KOC members. I obtained 32 feedbacks from the members that they self-evaluated the participation level and also the participation effects. Secondly, I distributed questionnaires to the Yosharidori Shotengai shops and obtained 25 participating shops feedbacks from the respondents, and they evaluated the participation in the market and effects. So this data, I analyzed the data using descriptive analysis, parametric and also non-parametric analysis. So the limitations of my research is that for this time I only managed to observe 1 out of 91 Keitoraichi in Japan. This is because the duration is only available in spring, summer and autumn, and also because of COVID-19 pandemic, I was not advised to move around out of Tokyo during that time. And also in terms of manpower, I only have myself and other 3 local friends in Iwate. And also in terms of research finding, I use my own self-funded to fund this research. So my Shizukushi Keitoraichi findings, I found that how this organizing committee, KOC, the policy and the initiation of the Keitoraichi, and the structure and the role of subcommittees, and also the role of the municipal, which is to give support to give permission to the KOC members to organize this market, and also the municipal also provides some small amount of budget for the community members to run this market to attract some visitors, and also they provide human resource in the organizing committee. And also for the NPO and local organization, the role is to participate in the events as well, to create more bustle atmosphere, and also to promote this market to the community outside of Shizukuishi, and also they provide human resource to the KOC and also in-kind assistance to the market. So from this participation of KOC members, it is found that the leaders play more active roles compared to the members of the KOC, and also outsiders also play a vital role as catalysts to stimulate the participation of these members in KOC. So from the Keitoraichi, the visitors will also come and buy to the participated shops. So 54% of these open external booth outside of their shops. 29% sell different kind of products to attract people to come to their shops, and 52% use marketing strategies to attract customers to come to their shops. So the effects of Keitoraichi is that 52% of them experience increase in customer, and 40% experience in terms of increase in sales. So my findings also related that there is a relation between marketing strategy to the increased number of customers and increased number of sales. So what are the pros and cons of Keitoraichi? The pros is that it can attract visitors even from outside of the prefecture, far away across Japan. And also it can bustle the streets, and also it can promote their businesses. The con is that it really relies on weather because it's open air market. If the weather is not good, such as rainy days, the visitors will be less. And also there is competition between the Yosharidori Shotanga shops and also the Keiterak vendors that are coming from outside. And also this effect is temporary compared to the other day where business is as usual. So the challenges that the shops are facing now is currently the COVID-19 pandemic, where people are going less and less to shop outside, and also secondly the depopulation, which leads to a decreasing number of customers in the town, and also the rising of departmental stores in the nearby town. So this also leads to less customers to the traditional business. So the relevance of Keitoraichi is that it can increase customers and also sales. So my finding summary, number one is that leaders play key roles while outsiders function as catalysts in stimulating the committee members to participate actively in organizing Keitoraichi. Secondly, participation in KOC improves human capital among the members, and Keitoraichi gives benefit to local business that actively participated in the market. My conclusion, community participation in local organization helps to achieve community goals through good leadership, active participation of members from within the community, and the contribution of external community members. So my recommendation is that in development programs, government should empower local community participation and allow them to organize themselves so that they are able to plan, implement, evaluate their own initiative. This can be cost-effective for the government and sustainable for the program and community. Interactions between the local community and outsiders is important as community development. Therefore, local community are encouraged to be more accommodative, to accept outsiders to contribute to the community. Government should encourage community participation in local development projects. So I'd like to share my pretty spectrum of participation, where the ultimate participation level at 7, which is the outsider controls is at the minimum, and the local people's control over their own resources is at the maximum. So there are many related government policy in terms of community development, such as the Rural Development Policy, DPLB, Dasar Pembangunan Luar Bandar in 2018, under Pillar 1, Pillar 2, and Pillar 3, as well as the National Physical Plan for RFN4 to 2020, under the Pillar 3 Strategy 4.1, and also in National Community Policy 2018. However, many of these policies and programs give less freedom for the community to plan, execute, and evaluate their own projects. So it is more towards government initiative compared to the real community initiative. So the government should induce the element of community empowerment through active community participation. There are several similar government projects programs related to Keitoraichi in Desa Lestari under the Rural Development Ministry. So this is the program where it enhanced the community economic development by giving out projects to the village cooperative. The cooperatives with strong leadership and active participation of members can sustain for a long time. The next one is also the community and caravan market under Pharma. So this is also quite similar to Keitoraichi because it uses caravan to market their products at the market, and this is quite a big infrastructure provided by the government, as you can see there in the picture, compared to just open market in the Keitoraichi. Our Pasar Malam and Pasar Minggu, they are more controlled by the local authorities rather than the community itself. So the lesson learned for policymakers is that adapting community whole of society approach in producing and marketing farm produce by agencies such as Pharma and LPP, by strengthening collaborations with associations such as the National Farmers Association, NAFAS. Secondly, it should be empowerment and development of cooperative members and local organization. Number one, by institutional reformation, by strengthening the cooperative and the local organization, and also by focusing in diversifying the business model, especially in agriculture development, rather than using financial instruments to the members to attract members, such as by giving loans. So other than that, the cooperatives and the local organization should also groom future leaders to be the successor of the organization. And thirdly, addressing food security through a direct marketing channel to the consumer in the local area. This is to reduce the manipulation of the middleman in food supply chain. So that's all for my presentation. My utmost gratitude to the JPA for allowing me to study in Japan, and also to Mombuka Gakusho Max for giving me scholarship, and also to my university, Tokyo University of Agriculture and Technology, and all Shizukushi people that have been so cooperative, especially my friend there in the picture, Shimokuro Sawasan. So you can see at the background is the Shizukushi Keitoraichi. So thank you very much for your kind attention. Go seichou arigatou gozaimashita. 以上です。